We've sung many praises for the unique way that NOMOS integrates their Bauhaus-driven design language, even when creating tough, water-resistant watches like the Ahoy. The same can be said for the new NOMOS Club Sport Pneumatic 37, thus far only available in a date-equipped 42mm model. This new, downsized release houses the impressively thin pneumatic caliber with colored sunburst dials reminiscent of the larger models, yet simplified by the exclusion of a date. It's not often that NOMOS strays too far from the three-color block palette synonymous with Bauhaus, yellow, red and blue, and the respective colors that they mix up to become. The new Club Sport Pneumatic 37 comes in two such colors, though the effect is compounded by the sunburst execution. The petrol colorway employs a washed-out olive, making it a funky twist on the green trend that's been dominating new releases in the last few years. The sunray brushing is actually much less apparent in person, disappearing completely until the light hits it at a particular angle. The polar is a similar affair. It appears almost soft with a circular graining of the small seconds providing just the right amount of texture. Lume-wise, the new Club Sport is impressive. Instead of simply applying the lume atop the printed dials, NOMOS recesses the hour markers. Their longevity still suffers somewhat and would be improved with applied markers, but it's praiseworthy nonetheless considering the execution. If you've worn any NOMOS, you'll know that the ever-important measurement of lug to lug becomes even more crucial. The new Club Sport Pneumatic 37 does indeed have a 37mm diameter and is impressively thin at only 8.7mm thanks to the caliber within, yet comes in at a large 47.7mm lug to lug. Of course, this isn't a huge measurement in itself, but considering it in proportion to all the others, it makes the Club Sport wear larger than its name suggests. Although it does bear the name Club Sport and has an impressive 200 meters of water resistance from a non-screw-down crown, this watch seems to be anything but style-wise. This is especially apparent in the case design and finish, as it's completely polished, and the large crown juts out unguarded. The same can be said about the 3-link bracelet. It's very slim and fairly comfortable on wrist, with smooth vertical brushing running the length of the bracelet along the outside links with the midlinks in high polish. The double pusher clasp is also highly polished and a complete fingerprint magnet just like the midlinks. While I'd prefer these surfaces to be brushed, both stylistically and because this is a quote sports watch, I must commend the execution of the clasp. Link adjustment is more of a challenge however, due to the decision to use basic pushpins instead of screws. The DUW 3001 Neomatic in the Club Sport is a common feature in the German watchmaker's mid-range offering. Amazingly slim at only 3.2mm, it features the NOMOS swing system proprietary escapement, DUW regulation system, and a double-sided balance bridge for added shock protection. With fine finishing, countersunk jewels and blued screws, striped 3/4 plate and skeletonized rotor, NOMOS also excels at filling out the display casebacks of their watches, giving them a much more premium look. Where this movement lacks, however, is power reserve, as the 43 hours is a little modest when compared to other watches in the price bracket. In summary, the Club Sport Pneumatic 37 has been the toughest NOMOS to review yet, as it seems to suffer from a mild identity crisis. Its name suggests it to be a unisex take on a simple sports watch with specs to boot, yet its polished surfaces and unguarded crown suggest otherwise. These actually represent great daily pieces rather than out-and-out sports watches. Alongside that versatility, the Club Sport Pneumatic 37 has a mostly excellent build, looking at U-bracelet pins, and a well-decorated movement, making it the perfect understudy to the quirkier Ahoy, sitting atop the Club lineup alongside the 42mm date model. The NOMOS Club Sport Pneumatic 37 is available now from NOMOS, priced at $4,940 Australian dollars. For the full review, check out timeandtide.com, and as always, like and subscribe.